work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Five weeks come and gone, and we're off in week 6 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play is to the air. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 38. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he makes the Mets go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. So on our opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick six starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They're unafraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have, but boy, can it set a tone early.
PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They're going play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Throwing deep for the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get it down to a single point. That one right down the middle. And the Lions tie this game 7-7. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Chandler. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. We send a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're into the drop-in. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the handoff. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back-to-back carries here. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Here's the snap on 4th. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, they'll run. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. That's a 35-yard line.
They give it to him again. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They go play action here. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Here's the lone back on the handoff. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Able to find Chandler here. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come them easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Here's a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 8. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Minnesota. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Another carry for him. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Throwing now on 1st down. He's going to push one deep down the right. Brought in inside the 20. And he takes it all the way down close to the 15 before going out. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. He'll throw it. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions get some late points and the lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions push their lead to 3. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Back now, pressure on its way. On the move, headed right. Still on the move, throwing down the right sideline. Not on the same page with his tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
Well, that throw just got away from the quarterback a little bit. I'll tell you this. I do love the escapability. I mean, it is such a key in today's game of football, really at any level. Some tough circumstances, though, to try and complete that one down the field.
Putting a receiver in motion. Second and 10 now. This is hauled in by Chandler. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Looking for a throw here. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 41. Escapes the puck. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, this is one of those times and moments that even though it's been years and decades, I can still hear the great Mike Holmgren saying to me, after I tried to scramble as a QB that couldn't really run like our guy today, and he would say, "Oh, Brock, bless your heart. Oh, bless your heart." And really what he's saying is don't ever try that again.
They kick the running back in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. Hits the 20. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gets in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take the lead just before halftime. Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings take a 4-point lead.
17.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
And God, I breathe. 'Cause I speak is what they need. I tell no lies. We're still up top and still can't drop what they not.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. To throw here on first down. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Vikings will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. One last play before the break. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 3rd down from the gun. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Pass play coming here. Into a crowd, and the defender comes up with it. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick 6 touchdown. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions tie this game up. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
Slot man motioned over. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Vikings getting their punt team out. His first punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. Goes for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 36. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 3rd quarter lead. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. He beams one, deep right up. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Breaks through, and he might break away. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the 43. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 10. And in for the Detroit touchdown. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions double their lead to 14. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the cover. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Third and long for him here. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Offense up to the line fast. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got it.
Coming off the edge, and it's blocked. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's brought down for a loss. So we hit the end of the third quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Plowing up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Lions readying for the punt. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Lions will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll run here on 1st down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They hand this one off. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and they only need 3 more now on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain on the play. That brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you can call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3. Caught by the open man. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete out to the right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
You know, sometimes when you get outside that pocket and your body weight gets going laterally, that ball will sail on you. I mean, that's a tough connection to make even under the best of circumstances.
Throwing it again here. Has him on the quick hitter. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They are throwing it again. Has it in close. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, I'm fairly certain he left his leg up there just an extra half second to try to draw the flag, but hey, you still got to be able to avoid running into him if you're the defender.
You know, Kate, you make a great point. And I've always wondered what these kickers and punters do in their meetings. I think they do that. They put on a pretty good show so they could draw a penalty, too.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Here's the handoff. And this one doesn't go far. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss. Now, just before the 2-minute warning can hit, Brock, whistles and a timeout taken by this defense.
It's 3rd and 11.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They're going play action. He has the first over the middle. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. That one right down the middle. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Chased out to his right. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Second and 10 now. Connects on the crosser. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these out cuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. They'll throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Back to throw, needing a first. He finds him beyond the marker. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They're set up at the 35 now. Still sticking with the passing game. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Working inside the red zone. And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions. That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings cut the lead down to 10. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And no luck, the Lions there to recover.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared